Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're reacting to the most dumb ways people have died, part 1. And shout out to Be Amazed and make sure to go like and subscribe to his channel after this video. So let's go straight into the video. Play.
When Charles Darwin developed his theory of evolution, he discovered animals bred selectively, so the strongest and fittest of the species were more likely to mate and pass on their DNA. Darwin called this natural selection, but every day people do stuff so stupid they actually die, and so no longer have the ability to pass their DNA to future generations. Long after he died, the Darwin Awards were created as a tongue-in-cheek way to remember those people who have removed themselves from humanity through their own stupidity. Coming up are the 20 dumbest of the dumb Darwin Award winners.
Why are their eyes so big? I don't know. Maybe because his eyes are so big.
Number 20. Livewire.
Livewire.
In that Michael Godwin had his death penalty commuted to a life sentence, he was grateful to be able to walk away from death row. But it seems that karma had other plans. One night in 1989, he discovered the television in his cell was broken, and deciding to fix it himself, embarked on a little DIY. Foolishly, he thought it would be a great idea to use his teeth instead of a wire cutter. Biting down on a live wire, he electrocuted himself, not helped by the fact that he was sitting on a metal toilet at the time. Godwin may have escaped the electric chair, but it seems destiny was intent on seeing him die by electrocution. Number 19. Airless Airhead. When a Brazilian farmer discovered a beehive on his property in 2002, he knew precisely two things. Bees can sting, and they need to be removed with fire. No one knows why he decided that fire was his best option. All we do know is that he fashioned a makeshift helmet from a plastic bag to save himself from both the smoke and the bee stings. But besides all his careful planning, he didn't bother to think that he might have to breathe, and failed to poke air holes into the plastic bag. When he didn't return home, his wife set out to find him and soon discovered him suffocated beneath the beehive. He was untouched by the bees though. Number 18. Chimney Grenade.
Chimney
One afternoon
grenade.
in 2005, Marco decided to clean the chimney in his workshop, but when he tried to use a simple broom, he realized it was too small for the job. Clearly, he had to improvise. He decided what he needed was a chain to pull the broom through the chimney and a heavy object to weigh it down. Looking in his workshop, he thought he'd found the perfect thing. A grenade.
Why would you have a grenade?
All he had to
in
do
your
now
workshop?
was weld it to the broom and chain. Except he failed to think about what could happen if he switched on his welding equipment. As soon as the flame met the grenade, it exploded, killing him instantly. The chimney, however, was left completely untouched by the blast. Number 17. Behind Enema Lines.
Behind Animal
Texas
Lines.
shop owner Michael was an alcoholic, but not an ordinary one. Due to a painful throat condition, he couldn't drink through his mouth. This meant he had to find other ways to consume his liquor, and his wife said he soon became addicted to enemas. This popular method is far more dangerous, as alcohol is absorbed directly through the capillaries in the rectum. So one night he wanted to get blind drunk and decided the only way to do it was to pour 100 fluid ounces of sherry up his rear end. What he didn't know was that after he'd passed out, the alcohol kept absorbing and he was dead by the morning. The toxicology report stated he had a blood alcohol level of 0.47%.
Yeah,
meaning
please
he'd
don't.
pretty
or else
much
you'll
embalmed
pass out.
himself.
Anything in
Number
this video
16.
is not
Parking
safe.
brake fail.
Parking
When
brake
we're
fail.
constantly reminded to recycle, plastic bags can be a source of annoyance.
No.
So when a 58-year-old Australian woman was driving to the grocery store and thought she'd forgotten her plastic bags, she promptly stopped her car to check the trunk. If only she was more worried about her parking than she was
I'm
about her
guessing
grocery
she didn't
bags,
have
she would have
handbrake on.
remembered to put the handbrake on.
Nope.
As she
Yeah.
checked the
Well,
trunk, the car began rolling
And then got
backwards,
run over by
crushing
the
her to
rolling
death.
car.
Somehow she managed to run herself over.
That's
Number
not
15. Irresponsible. A Romanian man in 2002 decided he would skip checking the local train schedules and instead deduce if the train was coming through the power of his own ears.
Oh.
Lying on the railway
Oh
line,
my.
he pressed his ears to the tracks
Lying
to
on the
hear
train
if the train
tracks.
was approaching.
And
Clearly,
the
his
train
hearing
comes.
wasn't all he thought
You
it
don't need to
was,
say
because
these
he
out
never
to
heard
the
it
viewers,
coming.
'cause
He
they
was
can't
hit by
hear.
an
Oh my
oncoming
God.
express train and died immediately. Number
So
14.
dumb. Number 14.
Lava
Lava La
Loca.
Vida Loca.
Don't you just hate it
Lava
when a
La
lava lamp
Vida
doesn't heat up
Loca.
quickly
That's
enough?
probably
Well,
coming.
24-year-old Philip did. After plugging in his
You
lava
can't be
lamp and waiting a
nice.
few minutes, he was disappointed to see that nothing was happening. Eager to
Ew.
get it working, he decided to speed up the
Lava.
process by
Why-
placing it on a hot stove. But with
Why-
the contents of a lava
why-
lamp only being designed to withstand temperatures of up to
These
40
people have
degrees,
zero
it
IQ.
quickly
These
overheated
are
and
probably
exploded.
That's
zero.
why they're
Poor
dead.
Philip
He
was
should
killed when the
look
glass from the
at
lamp shattered and
zero IQ
penetrated his
moments
heart. Not
and
so
200
good.
IQ.
Number 13.
Number 13.
Under pressure.
Under
Two bored
pressure.
comrades in a Romanian aluminum factory decided to have some fun with an air hose actually
Oh,
used
the
for industrial
air hose.
machinery. When blowing
What
dust
is an
off their
air
clothes
hose?
became boring, they cranked
You
things
said
up a
it.
notch and decided to remove their clothes entirely.
Oh.
Things quickly moved
Okay,
below
they
the
blurred
belt
that
when
out.
one of the guys decided he was going to see what happened when he pumped 6 bars of
No, before they
atmospheric pressure
died.
into his anus. Not only did he
Ooh,
break employment
cameraman.
regulations,
Before
but
they
he also
died.
broke right through
Before
his
they
intestinal
died.
tract,
I
and he
don't
died
think
within
this is a
minutes
very-
from severe internal
I don't
hemorrhaging.
think this is a very
Number
appropriate
12.
word.
Danger
word.
Zone.
Number 12, Danger
In
Zone.
2017,
What's it?
2 United States Navy pilots got a little too carried away with Top Gun when they decided to completely abandon safety regulations to perform daredevilish stunts,
75%.
reaching astonishing speeds while
Very nice.
flying as low as 210
But it's you.
feet, a
You don't wanna
good
be nice,
300
do
feet below their minimum
Before
permitted
they
altitude.
died,
Things
zero
were bound to
IQ.
take a
why
downward
they
turn as they
died.
swapped controls.
So when they're a
back and
baby,
forth,
they don't do
descending
anything
too
good.
low and slow.
And now when
One
they're
of the
older,
pilots
they
traded
keep
off
their baby
controls to his
style.
co-pilot, but it was too late. The
Oh,
T-45C
didn't-
Goshawk crashed before they could safely eject themselves. Instructing pilot Lieutenant
Googly
Birch responded to the
eyes.
phrase,
They're
"There are
all
old
pilots and they're
and there are
bold
bold
pilots.
pilots."
Bold.
He failed to
Bold.
mention
Bold.
that there are
Bold.
also outrageously
You
dumb
can't keep
ones.
it to
Number
minutes.
11,
They act like
cruise
laxatives.
control. The
Cruise
fastest
control.
human can run over 27 miles per hour,
Usain Bolt
but
can
that's
travel at
only
27
after
miles per hour.
accelerating during a
Not
run.
Usain Bolt who
A
did.
Dutch teenager in
Don't have
2004 thought he could do better than that and get close to that speed straight away. In a bid to impress his friends, he set his
Right,
car
okay.
to cruise control at 20 miles per hour and
When
told them he was going to jump out and run alongside the
As a
car
kid,
before
right?
jumping
Oh,
back in
no,
and driving away. But his shocked friends
That
could only
is
look
you.
on as he stepped out the moving car and
He's a-
immediately smashed
I'm
his
not
head
gonna
on the
say
tarmac. He died the following
Just
day.
we'll somehow
Good
edit
idea.
this video.
Treasure Hunt.
Wait, no, I can just do
Described
that.
as the world's largest treasure hunt, the geocaching app allows people to follow online clues and find small treasure boxes known as
42!
geocaches hidden in their area. Sounds
And
like
it's like
harmless
focus on
fun
this.
until someone decides to head down a flooded waterway in search of trinkets. When meteorologists warned the Czech Republic of impending
the Czech
rainstorms,
Republic
most people
having
paid attention.
storms.
But not this
And it
group of
goes into-
geocachers who thought it would be clever to climb into an underground waterworks tunnel.
Waterworks.
Although 2 members of the group survived, 2 others were
follow
swept away, while
water.
one young man still reported missing.
I'm getting
Number
done.
9, dying for a snack.
Dying for
Nobody
smoke.
likes
Number
long
9.
bus journeys. They're cramped and boring. Not to mention, you're basically sharing a tin can with dozens of
I thought you
strangers in
said
their
you were
fart.
gonna stop.
One Scottish woman especially hated the idea of spending 12 hours stuck on a coach from Glasgow to London
Stop moving
without
the
a
camera.
cigarette. Passengers reported that she grew increasingly agitated and
So
watched in
someone grew
horror as
mad.
she began throwing herself at the passenger door. The bus was traveling at
Wait,
60
why has you got a
miles per
picture of
hour
her
when she
smoking?
tumbled out into the road before
That's
falling
illegal.
into the wheels
Smoking
of
should
the
be
bus.
banned. It's bad for
Smoking
your
really
body.
does kill.
When you're older,
Number
don't do
8,
that, please.
Footrest.
Hey,
Most people go to
footrest.
the movies to see the
Footrest.
drama unfold on the screen,
Footrest.
not beside them. When a local man booked tickets in the VIP area of the cinema complex, he was hoping for a good time. What he got instead was a ticket to the Darwin Awards. After dropping his phone beneath the seat, he tried to retrieve it, only to get his head wedged inside the footrest. If this wasn't bad enough, he then suffered a cardiac arrest
It's not
and
called
died
Big
in
Jupiter
hospital.
Armrest. Oh, he
Number
died.
7,
He got stuck
Victoria
in the sea.
Falls.
Victoria
50-year-old
Falls.
Michael was a clever man. Not only was he a college headmaster, he was also a respected geography lecturer on the conferences circuit. While on a trip to the Victoria Falls Bridge, he was happily taking photos of
Victoria
his
Falls
girlfriend when he
Bridge.
dropped his glasses over
He was
the edge.
happily taking
Thinking he
pictures
wouldn't
of
be able to enjoy the view of the glorious Victoria Falls without them, he tried to retrieve them, only to fall 40 feet to his death. Number 6. Killer
then
Whalebone.
jumped off
This
with-
historic entry into the Darwin Awards sees another clever man, founding father of the USA, Governor Morris, come to an untimely end through an
That just looks up.
DIY medical procedure. When Morris began suffering from a blockage in his urethra, he took matters into his own hands. Inserting a whalebone into his urethra, all he managed to do
Emily,
was
look
give himself
away.
a deadly infection.
Should we
He
look?
died November 6th, 1816. Probably feeling pretty silly.
the
Number
full party
5.
agreement.
Distracted driver. 58-year-old
I
Clifford
did
Jones was
not
driving without a seatbelt.
Distracted
He was also
driver.
driving without pants.
Shade.
When a regular drive just
many
wasn't
drives
interesting
these days,
enough,
homie.
he decided to watch a bit of
That's a woman.
adult content on his phone and have some fun. If only he'd kept his
Damn.
hands on the wheel. With the blood rushing away from his head, he
Damn
got
you!
increasingly distracted and lost control of his
Yeah,
car. As
but
it
it was the
crashed, he
one born
hurtled
on
through the
the
sunroof and died on impact.
Because
Number
people who
4.
are born on the
Posing
highway are
with a
actually-
grenade. Faking a smile, posing with angry
I
animals,
think we
posing
might
with a prime
slide
grenade.
this.
All things
I
people
take
would do
that.
for attention online.
Shut up!
Yes, you heard me right. In 2017, Alexander Sasha Chechik from Russia pulled the pin out of a hand grenade while in his car and posted photographs of himself
from
holding
Russia,
it
no
to his
wonder he pulled
girlfriend,
it out.
probably
No
as a
wonder
way
he
to show
pulled the
off his
pin out of
balls of
grenade.
brainless steel.
Russia.
A source who spoke to the Russian news service reporting the incident
smiles?
said the guy didn't manage to insert the hand grenade pin back in.
The
The
guy
pin
didn't
is
manage
the
to
safety
insert the hand
mechanism.
grenade
It's the
pin
lever
back
on
in.
the side of the firing mechanism that activates the grenade when released. However, it's still not worth risking it by removing the pin.
We're so
Police
sorry
categorized
if you
his
watch
death
this
as
in
an
Russia.
accident and not suicide, as they believed he thought it wouldn't explode as long as he didn't throw it. Number 3.
What's that? Did you
Bear
not mean
selfie. Prabhu Bhattara from India
Bear
was on his
selfie?
way home
Come
from
on,
a wedding
Bear!
when he spotted a black bear. Seeing this as
Oh,
a
the
great
grill.
photo opportunity, he got
No,
close to the
not Bear
bear
Grylls,
and
the
attempted to
one
take
you
a
took. If you're
selfie
taking
with it.
picture of Gorilla,
As he
take a
did,
picture
the
of
bear
him behind
mauled
the
him.
camera.
He died shortly after due to his injuries. My advice, stay far away from bears. They may be cute.
Emily,
If you photograph them
AKA
at an angle that makes them look fat, it's game
Charlie,
over.
aka
Number 2.
Monkey Boy.
Sawing into
Emily's
a grenade.
bottom,
2
aka
pathologists at a German
Ooh,
symposium
damn.
told the tale of a
I
man who
will
stumbled
unicorn
across a World War
four
II
eyes.
grenade.
Specky
Instead of
four
staying
eyes.
well clear, he
Because
wanted
I am
to
a
open it up to see how it
Specky
worked.
four
Back
eyes
home, he
goggles.
placed it inside a
And
vice
having
and tried to
glasses.
saw it perfectly in half.
So
The saw
now they
detonated the
will-
grenade and the man
Oh,
died
and
from a
again,
fatal head
push.
injury. Upon
Why would
postmortem,
you
it
throw a
was
grenade
discovered there was
open?
very little brain matter left inside his skull. Although the 2 pathologists joked that there couldn't have been much to start with.
Or maybe
Before
they
we
figure
get
out
to
how
the
they
number
work.
1 Dumbest Darwin Award,
Maybe.
here are a few honorable mentions.
I mean, it is
There's
saying it
this
in our
man who
ears.
planked on
Honorable
a
mention.
Not
tiger.
mine.
There's
Oh,
no
no.
way he walked away from that one.
This man-
Then there's this guy who bit a tiger's tail. Wait,
Laying
is
on
that
it.
the same guy?
And then
Poor
there's this
tiger.
guy.
Oh, and this woman who got something stuck in her
Tiger's tail.
handgun. Nice.
Tiger.
Okay, so back to the
How would you
final
put your
award
phone out your
countdown.
eyes?
Number 1.
Oh, if you
Smoking
accidentally
hot.
press-
Gary Bannon
There's a
from
game
North
called
Carolina
Russian
was at
Roulette.
his
Maybe
friend's
she was
house
playing
when
with
he
that.
spotted a
That game
mysterious
where you
jar of
take
tasty
turns
looking
clicking it
liquid.
and it fits.
Assuming it was hot sauce and without
that.
bothering to check, he flipped off the lid and started to drink it. But he soon
That's
discovered it wasn't hot sauce at all, but a jar of gasoline. The shock of chugging gasoline was too much for Gary, so
Why
he
would you
spat
drink
it out,
gasoline?
then tried to calm down with a cigarette. As soon as he lit it, he caught fire and died the next day from his injuries.
Ew,
So
fire,
which of these
fire!
Darwin Award winners do
And
you
two,
think
don't
is the
smoke! Anyways, guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what videos we should react to next.
Bye.
And which one do you all think was the worst one?
Comment
And the
down
most
below.
dumbest one.
Comment down below what yours was. Bye.
Bye.